Hey, what is up, guys? It's Guiltspire here, and welcome back to Inscryption. We are on challenge level 5. And let's see what we can do here. We're sticking with the vanilla deck. So far, it's treated us well, so I cannot complain. And I was just kind of thinking before the stream, we kind of have our strategy down for the most part. It just comes down to whether or not the game gives it to us. So for example, we find Mantis. With Mantis, we can then utilize this in such a way to get an OTK. Adder goes to fire, Mantis goes to fire for plus damage. Direwolf is new, is actually really interesting. It's basically, in a nutshell, a double strike in one direction, where Mantis is a bifurcated strike, so anything in to its left and its right, it'll hit through. Direwolf hits twice in front of it, and the reason why that could be interesting is, at the end of the day, if we have anything of a 3 power, and we give it this ability, which is double strike. I didn't realize it's called double strike. Then we would be able to just OTK. So it could be as simple as like a Gek. Could be as simple as, you know, any 1-drop that we can get to 3 power. Realistically speaking though, Mantis by itself is just good. I think Adder just for the fire. I think we just go with that. So let's do these. Then the question is, first place for fire is up here. So let's do that. Unfortunately, that means we're gonna get a pack rat. That's, I mean, it doesn't matter actually which way we go, we get a pack rat no matter what, which kinda sucks. Yeah, I guess we'll just do it this way though. Yeah, take the pack rat. Hello, fuzzy one. Thank you. Here's our boon battle. So all deer have burrower. Okay. Elk fawn moves to the right. Not to mention that they do have burrower anyways. So what we can do is this, no matter what the stoat will kill a singular elk fawn after it drops. We'll take the 2. And we need to kill the elk fawn, otherwise it will become a bit of an issue. Might as well drop the pack rat to see what we get. Pick up the bones, because why not? And get rid of elk fawn 1 and 2. Pick up a card for Mantis. This will be 3 damage. Pick up the wolf. Let's do another 3 damage. And if we sacrifice 1, we can get an additional 2 for overkill. Cool. Not that we really buy much from the Trapper in the first place. We like keeping our deck pretty thin, but it is a thing we can do. Pick a tribe, any tribe. Let's go Beast. Direwolf. The unrelenting direwolf, those lucky enough to survive its first attack, may expect another. I mean, that is a pretty big beater, and basically we can make that bear equivalent, if not better. Okay, so let's feed the adder to these guys. That's 1. 2. Oh, bollocks. So that means we're gonna have to take another stab at getting the adder in the fire. That sucks. All birds have guardian. Noted. We need to get rid of the raven egg relatively quickly. Best way to do so is probably via the adder. Let's deal 1. Balance the scales. Pick up a squirrel. And drop our 1/5 adder for 2. Get rid of raven egg. Take another squirrel. Get rid of the mole. And let's drop the wolf. Alright, one away. We have nothing for free, so we'll just deal the 4, get some extra overkill damage, and be good to go. If we were to sacrifice anything to anything, now I'm curious. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. We could make this mantis into, like, God Mantis, basically? Yeah, I guess if we sacrifice Direwolf to Mantis, that just basically makes it God Mantis. So yeah, that's actually not a half bad idea. Let's pick up a card. Here's the thing. You know what we could do? We could consolidate Pack Rat onto something, but I also do like Direwolf onto Mantis for like pseudo God Mantis because it's a 1 for 4 damage, which is not insignificant. Let's pick up a card here. We can always go for duplicates. Direwolf Pup, the loyal Direwolf Pup. The bones it digs up will be the first of many to meet its teeth. We could consolidate Direwolves. I don't really think that's a great option. So let's look for another dupe. Okay, so this is a combo with like Infinite Gek. It's not bad in the grand scheme of things, so let's grab it. Alright, see another fire up there on the right. So let's bring Direwolf and put it to Mantis. So we have Bifurcated and Double Strike. That might mean that it might hit twice on the Bifurcated. I'm not entirely certain how that's gonna work, actually. I'm kind of curious on that now. Alright, there's the fur. And I guess we can just find out here with Mantis, see how it deals the damage. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. It only dealt 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Huh. Carbon will strike the opposing space an extra time when attacking. Oh, I see. An extra time. Very interesting. So it doesn't necessarily multiply, it is additive. Good to know. Well, we pretty much have it locked up then. So in that case, we can just throw out the Stoat, and we should be good to go. 2. It's still attacked in the middle, so yeah, basically just God Mantis now. Okay. So we can make our own God Mantis with Direwolf Mantis. That's not bad. Is there anything that we want? Mud Turtle's okay. It's not great, not horrible. Let's see which type of fire we have. Health again, so I guess by that measure, we throw the adder to the fire to see if it gets eaten. Okay, there we go. So all fires going forward will be free, and we thin our deck out a little bit more. So this is not bad in the grand scheme of things. Let's get a totem piece here. And something gets flying eventually. Honestly, I don't really care for flying all too much is the only thing, unless it's something that I want to be evasive, like the Mantis. Alright, Trapper. How do we want to play this? We play this, it's 3. Yeah, 1 for 3. So I guess we can go... Here's what we'll do. Let's play this on turn 1. It's a 3-1 for 1, which is pretty strong in the grand scheme of things. Let's hit for 3. Rabbit's behind the strange frog. Right, forgot, yeah. I don't know why I did something stupid there. That's interesting. It's like, I'm doing something smart. Oh wait, this is something stupid. Let's grab some bones, because why not? And then let's try and get through the bullfrog of the pack rat. See what else we get. Alright, let's pull out Tooth, because why not? Hey, what's up, Crocodile? How you doing today, bud? Alright, bullfrog's coming up. Let's position ourselves for another pelt. We're gonna need some pelts here. Pick you up the stoat. Just got pulled out your tooth, not gonna question it. Yeah, that is one of the things about this game. It's a bit of a psychological horror all the while. Here comes the stoat. We'll get a singular pelt. Next turn, however, I guess we have to start grabbing a squirrel or two. Yeah, I guess this is fair. Not great, but fair. More or less just trying to get their counter down to 0, tip the scales in our favor. So we need to get an additional 2 damage. Yeah, what's up, Steamed? Additional 2 damage is all we need. We have 2 wolf pelts to work with. Nothing great here in the grand scheme of things. Porcupine's actually really good behind this ringworm. We can deal with the moles for all intent and purpose. Kingfisher might not be a bad grab. Currently playing vampire. Ooh, sounds like fun. We could grab porcupine. We could grab kingfisher. That's not a half bad idea. We could grab porcupine, grab wolf cub, though I hate this ability. Rampager is not great in the grand scheme of things. Could grab elk fawn. Actually, grabbing elk fawn might not be a half bad idea. Then grab porcupine. So let's do porcupine, elk fawn. We can then put down 2. So let's throw down... Yeah, let's throw down... porcupine... here. Oh, that squirrel. Porcupine goes here. And then squirrel and elk fawn go here. Takes place in 1918 London or Spanish flu when you take role of a recently turned vampire Dr. Ree. Ooh, that does sound like fun. Oh, I didn't want elk fawn there. I thought I was going to go a different way. Fair enough. Mud turtle, you say? That's fine. Worker ant comes down. And we don't really have to worry about anything dying, so we'll just pick up with Mantis. And we can throw down Porcupine. I guess we can throw it down in front of Porcupine, but we don't need to right now. Yeah, I think we're just fine as is. Get rid of those. Deal 1 damage. And then I guess we can sacrifice for Mantis there. And sacrifice Stoat Squirrel for Worker Ant. Cool. Now we can get a bit of overkill damage. Sacrifice you and you. Cool. Well, it definitely sounds like a cool concept, Steamed. Hopefully it's fun. I imagine it would be, otherwise you wouldn't be playing it. Got all of the bones. All right, what do we got here? We can get a Gek. There's Gek. We could consolidate our pack rats, but I'm not exactly a fan of it, so let's go for infinite Gek combo, which means we need to find field mice at some point. So maybe we do want to grab a pelt for an upcoming trader. Wouldn't be a half bad idea. The controls are a bit janky, but it's good so far. Hey, that's what counts. We could go to fire, upgrade our Mantis. Let's actually do that first off and foremost, not to mention we also have a mycologist coming up. Doing that doesn't really result in much. in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't have a sigil either. Buff the infinite get combo. It's not a half bad idea. Not to mention we actually don't have a duplicate, so maybe that's good fodder for the mycologist. Let's grab that and go for... Of course it's health again, though. Well, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, actually. We ideally want damage. I guess what we could do is buff the Mantis for now. That way it can tank a bit more damage, so it stays on the field for longer. It's not great, but not horrible. All deer have flying blocking. Okay, we can work with that. Pronghorn will move this way in front of Stump, but will still be able to hit me nonetheless. I guess we can throw down Squirrel, throw down you, which will act as a 2-1. At least get 2 damage in for now. Let's see. Elk Fawn will get blocked, so that's fine as we start hitting into the Squirrel. Let's also try and pick up some more cards that we can increase the damage with. Okay. So that will hit Elk Fawn, then we take 2, so we'll be down at 1. Which is not the end of the world. So let's go Squirrel again. Oh no, I just lost. Because I forgot Elk Fawn comes down. Whoopsie! Alright, that's why I have lives, so we can make mistakes. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Mantis. Alright, so let's grab Mantis. Combining these actually has some significance. Because it would mean that our Mantis is now an OTK. Because it'll become a 2/6. So that'll become an OTK option for us. That's not bad at all. We can then go for the challenge and try and purposely fail it. All beasts have loose tail. Sounds good. Wolf Cub can come down. We can take a hit from... Ooh, loose tail, though, is an issue. Which way does it move with loose tail? No, I want loose tail. Tail's created in its place and card brand sigil moves to the right. So it'd move here. So only way we could actually work this... Ooh, that's really interesting. Okay, so let's put down Bullfrog here. We'll tank an initial hit. This might be more complex than I would like. Especially as Wolf comes down. Oh! Well, that's really unfortunate now, ain't it? That's 5 damage next turn. Huh. Very unfortunate. So we draw a Squirrel. I guess a Squirrel could tank a hit. Wolf Cub's going to switch to a Wolf, though, next turn, isn't it? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do Mud Turtle here. We deal 2. We're going to take 4. Alpha as well. Draw a Squirrel. We hit Wolf. Wolf will die as Loose Tail will not be able to activate. However, we still will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is becoming inconsequential. Because we can block here, but that's still 2 damage incoming, which will mean we lose. Yes. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, that's what we get for making mistakes, I suppose. We don't have the backup plan when it actually matters. Alright, let's try it again. Stick with the vanilla deck. And there we go. Let's go to Trader and see what we get. So we have Mantis once again. However, we do have Black Goat Grizzly, which we could reliably get OTKs as long as our deck is thin enough. Mantis, however, of 2 fires, will become an OTK on its own with just 1 card rather than 2. Let's go Black Goat Grizzly. And we could consolidate immediately, like Black Goat into Stoat, as Stoat usually is not able to be combined. That would then allow us to go to Fire and hopefully upgrade our Grizzly for 1 attack power. So let's do that. So Black Goat onto Stoat. Stoat traditionally is not able to be found, from what I've seen. Our first fight, all birds have... I forget what that's called. Shove? What's that called? Hefty. Unlucky on the draw. Let's go Squirrel. And... let's go Squirrel. Squirrel. Wolf for 3. Wolf will take 1 from the porcupine, and then everything will get shoved over. Let's draw Stoat, sacrifice the wolf, drop the grizzly for the win. Like I said, traditionally we just don't go to the trader / trapper at all. Let's pick up a card. Great White can be our secondary win condition, so if our deck is filled with mainly just win conditions, off of turn 1 Stoat into turn 2 Grizzly or turn 2 Great White, that's not a bad idea. However, we're definitely going to run into a Mycologist at some point, so let's try and find a dupe, maybe? But at the same time, Great White does have the ability to actually dive, so it never can be killed. Let's pick up Great White as a secondary win condition. And if we have the option to, we'll upgrade Great White first. So that's the worst case scenario, which is that this is for health and not for damage. I guess we can throw it on the Bullfrog. Yeah, we'll do that. Then we have another fire up here. Alright, all beasts have Rampager. Now we do have not a turn 1 kill, but it'll still be pretty good. They'll deal 4 damage, so we will have to get rid of 1 at some point. Let's go Stoat into Great White. Great White will not die. This will balance the scales to some degree. Let's bring out the Bullfrog, getting rid of another Coyote. We'll take 2. Yo, what's up, Liquid? Doing pretty well, Cannot complain. How about yourself? Hopefully you're having a great day. Grizzly, that's fine. That's 2. And then this will be the wolf. So that's 5. Exactsies, perfect. Alright, let's go for the fire. If we're trying to get duplicates, let's go for 3. Direwolf, not a bad combination nonetheless. I was watching Shang-Chi the other day, it was really cool. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I was very, very happy with it. Okay, this is perfect. So Great White will get 1 buff. Though I just realized it's not an OTK at 5. We would need 6. Woo! Running the risk, but it's worth it in the end. Alright, let's go to this fight. Can we get the OTK? We do have the OTK. Perfect. So, Squirrel into Stoat into Great White for the OTK. Done and done. I guess we can go for another 3-drop, ideally. Okay, that way can combine the Grizzlies. And they'll also act as an OTK. So, Direwolf onto... I guess Wolf would also act as an OTK then. Onto Wolf. So we have a third OTK. And we are just going to consolidate the hell out of our deck, so it should be guaranteed OTKs. The only problem is the Prospector will not play kind to that mindset. So let's do Bullfrog onto Grizzly. We're eventually going to consolidate the Grizzlies together. Alright, here comes the Prospector. You have a deck full of OTKs, but not many ways to play them. I think you might want to pass a turn and make sure that the Pack Mule comes down. I think that'd be the smart play here. We probably want to mitigate some damage, however, and we can do that by going Squirrel into Stoat, who will play anyways. Here's Coyote. Let's then go... Let's grab another... I want to grab here, actually. Wolf will kill Pack Mule without issue. Let's pull from hand. There's Grizzly. Yeah, both are Grizzlies, but they're not great. Not OTKs yet. So let's go Wolf, which will get rid of the Pack Mule. So we have a new clutch of cards. Alpha. Dang, nabbit! Wolf will then hit. That's fine. So now we have our OTK in hand. We just need to get through this portion. Honestly, we could probably ignore the Coyote, as we'll be doing 6 to their 4. Yep, that's fine. Another Coyote's coming down. And so I'll just pull another Squirrel. That'll be 6 damage. So we'll move on to the next fight, which means it'll clear board, allowing for Great White to OTK. Oh, hold on one second. We can't OTK, because we have 2... Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do then. So, drop Squirrel here. Pass. Have our board cleared. Perfect. So we're going to go... Squirrel. Squirrel. Smoke. Great White. Drop Squirrel. And just for the sake of extra damage, Alpha. There we go. Alright, not bad at all. So let's see what rares we have available. Amalgam Mantis God. Mantis God will act as another OTK. And this one we can have on turn 1 without Black Goat, which is going to be pretty strong. We just need 1 fire. Alright, let's take a look at the pathway here. We need to combine our Grizzlies. And we need to buff our Mantis God. That's kind of what we're looking at here. We don't see any fires. However, if we were to sacrifice something to something else, what would it have to be? It'd probably have to be Mantis God to something if you went left. As you go right, we're going to pick up 2 cards along the way. Yeah, I guess we do that. It's not ideal, however. If you complete the challenge, it's usually going to give us something with a sigil already, which means we can't sacrifice. And I guess if we were to... If we were to sacrifice Mantis God to Grizzly, it means that Grizzly, it's an OTK without a fire. We're just missing 1 Grizzly that is an OTK. Maybe that is the play then. Alright, let's try and fail challenge, and we'll do that. It's not ideal, but it'll work. As long as we keep our deck thin. 4 power, 6 health, and 5 bones. We have nothing with bones, so we're gonna go 5 bones to fail purposefully. No bones. Perfect. We'll sacrifice Mantis God to the Grizzly. Alright. All birds have burrower. Okay. So we can just OTK here, go squirrel, into stoked. There's 2 additional cards here. Into grizzly. So that'll be 8 damage. Perfect. Let's go up to the mycologist. We're gonna combine bears to thin our deck just a little bit more. Make it harder for us to lose. Okay, we're gonna go bones again. And we have no way of winning that. Let's go mycologist. And we do have duplicates. So here comes the Grizzlies. So that's gonna be 8-12 Grizzlies with the God Mantis ability, which is fantastic. We will need to sacrifice something. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I guess we are gonna pick up a random card, so that's fine. We can sacrifice the random card. All deer have flying blocking. That is fine. So, put down squirrel. Put down stoat. Put down grizzly for a beastly 24 damage. Yes, give me all the teeth. Alright. Let's go here. Rat King, Sparrow, Direwolf, Pup. Let's just re-roll. I was gonna see if maybe we found like a, whatchamacallit? A black goat. We could sacrifice black goat for the major boon. We're gonna put in Moose Buck. Just get rid of it right away. There's the minor boon. Alright. All deer have dive. So let's go squirrel. Let's go stoat. Let's go grizzly for 24. I think I have many of teeth. Alright. On to next. Once again, our job is to keep our deck thin. However, we're noticing something here. No matter where we go... Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Huh. How do we work around this? If we go here, we could potentially pick up a card. It's unlikely that it'll be a duplicate of these 4. Especially because I don't think we can actually find another Stoat in our run. Our only chance would be a Wolf, Grizzly, Great White, for us not to have to give something up or gain another card. If we were to gain another card, at the very least, a Grizzly would act as another OTK if we get a Power Fire. And we can always just sacrifice whatever we get to the fire and burn it twice in an attempt. So let's do that. But we need to make sure we fail this trial. Nope. Kin, blood. Kin is impossible, so we're going kin. Yep, perfect. We're going to go to the mycologist now. We have no duplicate, so it will give us a duplicate. We are going to actually grab the Great White. And then, if it's power, we throw it to the fire. Alright, let's throw it to the fire. Okay, so upside, downside is we can consolidate it next time we get to a mycologist. Downside, it does make our deck a little bit bigger, which means that there's a higher chance that we don't get Stoat in our opening hand, which would be problematic. We also have the Trapper. Minor boon of the Boon Lord. We do have Stoat, so we can OTK here. So that works out well. So Squirrel into Stoat into the Great White. So that'll be an OTK. As long as no cards on board have Burrower, this should be a second OTK. None have Burrower. Perfect. So we're gonna grab Skunk. And we just draw a card. Only thing that there is Guardian. And we head in for 6. There we go. Alright. Well, our strategy definitely shifted. Mantis God, Mole Man, and Gek. Infinite Gek combo at this point in time doesn't seem likely. Instead, we could put Mantis God on a shark, much like what we did for the bear. So let's probably do that. It's raining again? Has been raining a lot where you're at, Liquid? Alright. It's been snowing a lot here. Okay, thankfully we don't have anything in our pack. I guess we don't have to assess where we're going just yet. We're gonna pick up a card. Anything that I want here that we can apply to something else? Not really. Duplicates? Black Goat. Alright, let's pick up Black Goat. That means we now have 2 Black Goats to work with. Let's grab Squirrel. Have I seen the new FNAF? I have! I've actually been watching Markiplier play it. Let's go to the Boon fight. That way we can get a better idea of what's ahead of us. He's hilarious. I have always enjoyed Markiplier. Good thing we have the Black Goat, actually. So let's OTK. Black Goat into Great White. I'm not sure if I'll get it. I've been enjoying watching it, but I'm not sure if it's something that I would probably play on my own time. Maybe I might play it on stream, but I've also already seen it, so it's one of those games where, like, you can't really see and then play and get, like, a full, like, first reaction to. We can thin our deck, and then Trader will give us nothing since we have no pelts. We can also get a challenge. I think this is probably the right path. Let's do that. Alright. Bones. We have nothing with bones. So bone challenge it is, so we purposely fail it. Trial has failed. Perfect. We're now going to put Mantis God on a Great White. So that is now 18 damage. That is potential. So far the Christmas break has been pretty good. Not Christmas for a couple more days, though. All right, so let's go Squirrel into Black Goat. Then Grizzly for a Grizzly 24 damage. I should probably have used my Squirrel because I bet you were gonna end up with a Pack Rat. Because I'm an idiot. All Z teeth. Thankfully, we can get to another fight before we get a Pack Rat. That's good. Just add more teeth to the pile. That's fine. Alright, here is a boon. And we'll give something flying, maybe. Let's go into the fight. All reptiles have... I forget what this is called. Fledgling. We're gonna go Squirrel into Black Goat, and then Black Goat into our Grizzly. Like I said, a very meaty 24. I wonder how many teeth we have at this point. Has to be up into hundreds. Now, if we went into Mycologist, we'd be able to consolidate our Great Whites. However, big however here, is the fact that we would then pick up another card thereafter. So that is problematic. So I think we're just going to sacrifice something instead. Direwolf. That would be a good target for us to sacrifice later. So let's pick up Direwolf then. Angler's coming up. So we could also just sacrifice the Direwolf here. That way keep our OTKs. Let's do that. Another minor boon of the Boon Lord. And then get another part of our totem. So all reptiles would have flying, all beasts would have flying. So that would mean Wolf would be able to fly over something. That might not be a half bad idea. Now we can guarantee the OTK. Here comes the Angler. Let's make sure to pick up the Squirrel this time. Hello, Angler, me boy. Did I bring fish? I did bring some Great Whites, but no fish, my friend. Alright, Wolf is an OTK. We'll pick up Squirrel. Let's go Squirrel. I guess we could keep Stoat, theoretically. Let's put down Smoke. And let's drop Wolf. And that will be our first OTK. Here comes the Chum Buckets. That's fine. So let's just go Squirrel, Black Goat, and just for the sake of doing even more damage, put down the Great White. Or a gnarly, what was that, 12? Cool. And our deck is looking pretty good. Unfortunately, these rares are actually hurting us more than helping us. Pack Rat, Amalgam, Rayuli. It's another OTK, and for a boss, we can do that. This means our deck's a bit bigger, which I'm not as happy about because it means less likely for us to get things like Black Goat. Alright, if we take a look at what we have, do we want to sacrifice anything to anything? We could thin our deck a little bit, for example. The only option would be Great White to Rayuli, which actually might not be the worst idea. So let's do that. So Great White to Rayuli. Yeah, Rayuli. Yuli. There we go. Words. Words are a thing sometimes. So there are our beaters. And we've thinned our deck as much as humanly possible. We should be able to just stack OTKs. There's our smoke. And basically we're just going to try and stun Leshy out from being able to use any of the boss's powers via OTKs. Grizzly's here, which is perfect. So we're going to go Squirrel into Black Goat into Grizzly, and this will be an OTK. One light down. Stump won't matter here. Not against the Grizzly. Kaminsky and Lewis also won't matter here. Let's grab another Squirrel, as we're going to want this for the moon. Let's just attack in. Be another 16 damage. And here comes the moon. I'm sure you do, Leshmi boy. I'm sure you do. The moon. I mean, we can just do... Let's draw this. Bria Yuli. That's fine. Let's do Squirrel, Smoke, and Wolf. So that'll be another additional 6 damage. So this will be 30 off the bat. There goes the moon. Thank you much for the lurk, Giraffe. I appreciate you. All right. That's challenge level 3 done. Misplays 8. Still want to know what it counts as a misplay. Cards drawn, 78. Biggest attack, 24. Squirrels harmed, 20. Sacrifice made, 36. Entry number 5. Data in beta state. For any quality concerns, please contact Kaminsky. Data storage, MFG. Data in beta state. For any quality concerns, please contact Kaminsky. Data storage, MFG. Cards unlocked. Now, I'm not sure if that is, like, entry number 5. This is still in beta. This is placeholder text. Or if that's, like, actually part of the ARG. I don't know. Mealworm. When Mealworm is sacrificed, it adds its stats value to the card it was sacrificed for. Ooh. Now, that's interesting. So, if you give Mealworm, let's say, Undying... Ooh. Ooh. Now, that's a very interesting setup. Very interesting indeed. Starter deck unlocked. I can start with a God Mantis and 2 Ringworms. Yeah. Okay. Yo, what's up, Artemis? Challenge unlocked. More difficult. More and stronger opposing creatures in all battles, plus 15 challenge points. Run number 6. I mean, Mantis God's a big part of our strat for, like, OTKs, so yeah, let's go for it. Oh, boy. We are getting up there, aren't we? So let's go you. Let's keep our deck thin for no more boss rares. Let's do tips, scales. Not much is sitting around. How are you? Pretty good, pretty good. Cannot complain. Right now, just enjoying some Inscryption Casey's mod. Alright, so Mantis God, and let's do it. If we can get immediately to a fire, 2 fires, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, here comes the trader. Let's see what we got. Hair pelts. So, Direwolf is not great for all intent and purpose here. Though if we do get a Black Goat, it would be good for OTKs. Interesting, I have no idea what this is. This is Inscryption. It is a roguelike deck builder, psychological horror puzzle game with like a very in-depth ARG. It is a really, really awesome game. Honestly, probably my pick for like best game of the year as of right now. Definitely probably one of the best games I've played in a long time. I've absolutely fallen head over heels for this game for sure. It's really interesting. If you haven't already, we do have the playlist up on the YouTubes if you are interested in watching the initial playthrough, and then we also have the Casey's mods, which are currently coming out. I'm trying to think here what I want. Because, like, Direwolf can make things OTKs. Because we sacrificed Direwolf to Mantis God. I think it would only attack twice in one of the directions, so it'd be 4 damage. You also could sacrifice Direwolf to Wolf, which is not a bad idea. I would recommend it. So let's do Direwolf Wolf. Let us... Ooh, this is interesting. We could make Wolf an OTK right now by simply sacrificing the Direwolf to the Wolf and giving it its sigil. However, we could go to the fire and get rid of the ringworm. Or, if it's health, if it's attack, we could give it to Mantis God, and Mantis God becomes an OTK. Let's do that. It is attack. So in that case, we just need 6, so Mantis God goes in. Mantis God is now an OTK. Let's go up here for a first fight. All birds have that. So let's pull out a tooth, tip the scales, balance them out again. Let us throw a squirrel here. Actually, let's throw down the wolf. Yeah, let's throw down the wolf. And put it in front of Sparrow. That's gonna be 3 damage, so it tips the scales back again. We draw a card. It is Direwolf. That's unfortunate. Still, it's 3 damage to 3 damage, so the scales will always stay where they are. Mantis God, and this here will be 4. And you might as well just get rid of Coyote Sparrow. Deal 2. Draw a squirrel. And you're gonna say scoop. I'm gonna deal the excess damage in case we need pelts from the trader. Or from the trapper, rather. Question then remains, do we go to the fire and try and sacrifice the ringworm? Do we go up and sacrifice the direwolf to the wolf? Because that'll allow us an OTK. Either ways, we have to pick up a new card. And actually pick up 2 based on the pathing here. We want to get rid of our ringworms. Thin our decks, we always draw into Mantis God. Let's go for... I guess the ringworms we could always consolidate into 1 via the mycologist, though. So that might be a mycologist target. Let's go for 3. Moosebuck. I'm going to throw you to the Bone Lord at some point. Alright, let's throw Direwolf to Wolf. So Wolf is now officially an OTK. Kin coming up. Okay. Deer have Dive. This is fine. This will result in an OTK. Actually, no, it won't, because Pronghorn gets around. Right. So let's draw Squirrel. Squirrel. Wolf for 6. Pronghorn will deal 1. This is fine. And then let's end it. Not ideal, but it works. Kin. Thankfully, I have nothing in our pack. Alright. Let's go with... trying to think, as far as kin are concerned. What would you like to see? Insect is ringworm. Beast would be wolf. We might want to consolidate wolf. Let's re-roll this. Let's go with wolf, wolf, cub. Not great. Let's grab pliers and squirrel for OTK. And let's just run up the pliers right away. Let's see. Wow, we have a whole lot of nothing in our hand, don't we? That has Guardian as well. Alright, let's throw out Squirrel, Wolf Cub here. And just deal 1. We'll take 1. Since that is Burrower, Wolf Cub will then jump in front of Wolf. Here's Ringworm times 2. And I'll get rid of Possum as well. Perfect. Mantis God will result in a win. So let's just do that. 6 damage. We need to, much like we did last time, we just need to continue to have our deck as thin as possible. And we could succeed in doing that by going to the fire and burning something. Let's go here. It means we have to pick up another card, however. Black Goat. That will enable us. So Black Goat it is. Totem. Yep, that's fine. Alright, what do you want to burn? We're not going to sacrifice the Ringworm. Ringworm we can consolidate down to 1. Let's get rid of Moosebuck. Come on, eat the Moosebuck. There we go, thank you. Free bones, sure. And this is Prospector, so we're going to need to have 2 OTKs, realistically speaking, which we do have Mantis God and Wolf. There's Mantis God. Bring out the bones to start off with. Let us pass turn. We'll take the 2. That's fine. Let us draw a card. There's Wolf. That's very good. So let's go Squirrel. Mantis God. We'll then take another 2. Let's grab a Squirrel. Deal another 2. Get rid of the Coyote. And pick up a card. Black Goat. Well, driver just went out. We have a new clutch of cards, however. Mantis God will die, but that's okay. That is not the end of the world in the grand scheme of things. Let's fix face cam real quick like though. Alright. Do we have a way to deal 2 damage? We do have Raven. So let's grab Squirrel. Let's do Squirrel. Smoke. And Raven. Put it in front of Coyote. That'll be 2. So that'll move us on to the next. Get rid of Raven. Boulder. Here comes Squirrel. Squirrel. OTK Wolf. Perfect. Alright. So we got past the Prospector flying colors. What do we have here? Wait a moment. You must excuse me, these are not rare cards. That's right, it doesn't simply skip it. Oh, I forgot about that. I was hoping that just skipped the box, but it replaces them with just common cards. Ooh, not a fan of that. Let's go Kingfish. We can always sacrifice it out. Give something like that's an OTK, the ability to fly. Oh, these are two really bad pathways. Look at that. That's just bad RNG. No matter what on both sides, we have to pick up 2 cards, though there's a fire up ahead that we can work with. Which means we could burn something like the Wolf Pup, or whatever we grab. So let's do that. Anything else we can consolidate? Let's see if we can get a duplicate, like a Wolf Pup, maybe? No? I guess we can go... Dire Wolf? And that way we can enable something else to be an OTK. Alright, let's see what we got. We can get something flying, or all reptiles ant, or all birds ant. We only have one bird, which is the Kingfisher. Let's just go with flying so we can enable something else later. All birds have flying blocking. Okay. Our deck is getting a bit too big for my liking. Let's bring down the Wolf Cub, deal 1. Raven will deal 2, that's fine. Pick up a card. Wolf. We can win with the wolf. So let's go squirrel, wolf. Let's just pick up a card. Black goat. Yep, Raven comes out. That's fine. Let's go squirrel, black goat, dire wolf. And I guess if we also just buff dire wolf, we could make it OTK with black goat. It's not a half bad idea in the grand scheme of things either. You can pick up another card, however. Jesus. Pronghorn's basically an expensive mantis. But we could give something bifurcated strike, I suppose. Direwolf would become an OTK on its own if we did that. Bifurcated and double, because it deals 6 damage for 3. Yeah, let's do Pronghorn then. Man, we are getting very unlucky. 1 attack power. Now we could simply just throw something to the fire in an attempt to get rid of it. Or if it lives, then it could be useful. For example, the Pronghorn. If we do it twice, then it becomes an OTK. It's now an OTK. Another fight. All deer have flying blocking. We do not have an OTK. Oh, look at that. That's actually really unfortunate, ain't it? Mantis God's a 1/1. Oh, would you look at that? That is mighty mean. Okay, so let's go Squirrel into Mantis God. We're dealing only 2 here. If Sniper was in any other location, we would be fine. Let's pick up 1. Throw down Kingfisher. Porcupine takes out the Mantis God. Pick up a card. It is Wolf Cub. We can throw down Wolf Cub here. Deal 1. It'll become a wolf next turn. Pick up another card. It's Ringworm. Useless. Another card. Direwolf. Direwolf would work. We could get rid of Rabbit and then deal 2. That will be 4 damage though, and we will still be alive. So Black Goat for Direwolf. Elk Fawn next turn. We can tank the hit there. Let's just draw a squirrel and block some damage. That's fine. Let's do the same again. So this way I only take 3. Yeah, well, let's keep on doing this for right now. This is going to take a while, though, I will admit. Maybe the best play here is simply cancel out the damage 4 for 4 until we draw something else worth our while. For example, our own pronghorns, not going to do much here. We got another ringworm because, you know, can't have enough ringworms. Jesus Christ, there's our wolf finally. Alright. That was a bit of a slog. We're forced to take a pelt no matter what. I guess this will help us with the trapper. And then here comes a fire. 2 toughness, so we're gonna use this just to burn something. An attempt to get rid of it, so that's gonna be Wolf Cub. Thinner deck. No luck, however. Let's go up here so we don't get any more cards. We do have the challenge, but we're going to purposely try and fail it. All deer have Guardian. We have OTK Mantis God, so we're just going to throw that out and do exactly that. Cool. Here's the challenge. Then 2 totems thereafter. We have no bones, so bones it is. Cool. No bones. What totems do you have in store for me, my friend? All insects have flying. Mantis God would actually really benefit from that. However, I do want to point out that it won't next turn. We have a few insects, a few beasts. 3 beasts, 3 insects. So we could go the route of insects. And we could do? I have an idea. Let's do insect with insect. I have an idea here. Yeah, we're gonna do ant spawner. Because this can help enable us with another OTK. Depends on the type of hand we get, but it can work. It's interesting, but it will. Field mouse. Oh. Hold on. Let's do field mouse. We're still gonna do insect with ant spawner. Field mouse, though, can get interesting. The thing is, there's actually no way for us to get gagged, so moot point, I suppose, actually. Well, pronghorn's not gonna do much here. Ringworm does get us a insect. Yeah, I guess... Actually, hold on. With the way it works, I think this might work the way I want, a different way than I think it will. So let's go bring up Pronghorn. We're gonna get rid of both strange frogs. I'm pretty sure the traps only take out what's in front of it. However, Pronghorn moves. Right, that's why I hate Pronghorn. Right. I forgot about that fact. Yep. Direwolf. Not great. This is fine. Yeah, actually, that did work. It won't work next turn. It'll be actually really bad next turn, but it's fine. Wolf. Okay, so we're gonna get another pelt here. Let's draw a squirrel. This is surprisingly actually working. Adder will deal 1. That's fine. Squirrel. Bullfrog. It's only gonna be 3 damage, so let's grab another squirrel. Just kind of set up. Take our time here. Black goat. Alright, here comes the trader. So what we're gonna do is we need to make sure that nothing has burrower. Nothing has burrower. So all we technically need to do here is take worker ant and bat. So pronghorn can just win this by itself, but we're also going to just throw out the good old insta-kill wolf as well. And I guess do black goat into direwolf too, because why the hell not? Why not just, you know, really put it to the man? Get some extra teeth going. Alright. Once again, no rare cards. Cuckoo's good, we'll take it. Just overall a good blocker. Clogs up the board well. Alright. Man, once again, really bad pathing here. Trap would give us another pelt, and we already have 1 pelt just sitting here doing a whole lot of nothing. No idea how many teeth we have. There's a guaranteed card and a guaranteed card. Doesn't really... Oh, I guess we have the trader here, so we can get rid of the pelt for something that we actually want. Mealworm, field mouse. No duplicate options. That's unfortunate. Marcel and Mealworm are interesting, to be honest. We don't exactly have, like, minor or major boon of the Bone Lord. Adder we could feed to the fire, but not really great there, as we actually want to try and thin our deck, if at all possible. This is not great. Wild Bull, we could give the double strike, and that would be an OTK. Yeah, let's go with that. See if we can make that work. My college is coming up, so we're at least going to be able to consolidate our ringworms. All birds are all deer. Honestly, nothing good here. So let's do all insects have ant spawner. Another battle incoming. All ants have loose tail. Black goat, ringworm. Well, we can go black goat into wild bull. Let's do squirrel into black goat. Black goat into wild bull. And we'll deal 3 here. Didn't realize it's gonna move that way, I'll be honest with you. Let's throw down squirrel, ringworm. Ringworm begets us worker ant. Worker ant begets us worker ant. And we could deal some excess damage by putting down worker ant here instead for another worker ant. Unfortunately, that was Xaxes. Well, I don't think we could have really done much there in the grand scheme of things. Like I said, our deck is getting a bit too big. Mealworm, Mantis. Mantis can act as an OTK, but our deck is getting way too big for my own liking. We'll grab the Mantis and see what we can do. Mycologist incoming. And we're going to consolidate our ringworms. We're gonna have to pick up another card. Wow. We're literally picking up too many cards for our own good. That's the upsetting part. Pronghorn could win us next turn. So let us go squirrel into ringworm. Ringworm into worker ant. Worker ant begets another worker ant. And attack for 1. Growler hits us for 3, however. And Pronghorn will not win us the game and would die next turn is the next problem. So I think Squirrel for Worker Ant might be the play here. Oof. That's not looking pretty. Squirrel for Worker Ant begets Worker Ant. Elder Adder. Direwolf would be 4. So that would kill Stinkin' Rattler. That might be the play then, except I actually can't. Never mind. Pronghorn would hit Beehive, Elder Adder, but then would die. Yeah, there's not much we can do here, is there? No. I guess that would save us a turn. So maybe Pronghorn is the answer here? No. You would then lose to Rattler. Yeah, I guess there really is no play. Other than this, which just doesn't do much. We might still be able to eke this out, but it's not looking great. I will admit. It's the infinite worker ants right now. But both worker ants, actually just one worker ant dies. Oh. Did RNG just save us? Could we have gotten out of this alive? We would have had to... Yes, actually, we could have. No, maybe not. We'd have to go Pronghorn would not save us. Direwolf would not save us. Worker Ant would also not save us. The game just saved us. I'll take it. I don't know what activates the olive branch. I'm not gonna question it though. We would have lost otherwise. So let's go to the fire to try and thin our deck. Let's also try and pop 3 blood for Ant Queen. I mean, okay, but not great. So what do you want to sacrifice to the fire? Let's sacrifice... Or I guess if we want, we could try and make an OTK with Wild Bull. 1, 2. So Wild Bull's now an OTK. Actually, it's not. It's 5, not 6, and we need... Ugh, God dang it. All in 6 have Loose Tail again. Mantis. B. B flies over. Mantis is there, though. So we can do Squirrel for Mantis. That gets us an ant. Sure. B has Loose Tail, however. So if we attack here, Loose Tail will go there, won't it? So probably better for us to put Squirrel here and Worker Ant here for now. Yep, there's the leg. Oh, that's a board right there. Okay. Whew. Wow. It put down 4 back row. What can we do here? We do have a play, actually, of Direwolf. So, because we put down Ant here, it'd be hit, 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 but we'd still take 1, would be the problem. So the best thing we can do here is bring down Direwolf, which will deal 2. So we don't die. Yes. And we have to get rid of Mantis. And then 2. So we'll take 2 here, bring us back down to 1. We can then bring out Squirrel. And then throw down Worker Ant. This is fine. That's 4. Wow, we just barely recovered. We can bring down another Worker Ants. And trying to clear board unsuccessfully. Oof. Let's bring down another Worker Ant. It gets us another Worker Ant. Is that Mantis God? That is Mantis God. Mantis God doesn't matter. Thank you, Dire Wolf. The double strike really came in clutch there. Alright, Kin. Do you have anything Let's go with insect, cockroach. Not great. We are just not getting very lucky today, are we? Okay, 1 and squirrel. All right, let's consolidate now. So, what do we want to make an OTK? Mantis is an OTK. Direwolf is not an OTK. Pronghorn is an OTK. We can sacrifice Direwolf to Wild Bull. Wild Bull becomes an OTK. Angler, sure. Here we go. Chum Bucket's already out, and Wild Bull OTK is ready. So we can go Squirrel, Squirrel, Wild Bull for 10. Clears board. Great White behind it, that's fine. Squirrel, Ringworm, Worker Ant, and then we can get infinite bones, which should get us infinite Worker Ants. Excellent. Sacrifice the Worker Ant for the Worker Ant. Sacrifice the Worker Ant for the Worker Ant. That creature demands more bones. Sure. We can sacrifice the Worker Ant for the Worker Ant, put down the cockroach. Sacrifice the cockroach for the Worker Ant. Okay. Cockroach was actually a really good pick. And that Daryl gets the win. Ooh. Okay. So cockroach with this totem's not bad. I actually like that a lot. Hey, what's up, Vet? How you doing? Merry Christmas, my friend, and happy holidays. We just stopped by saying hi. How have you been as of late? Let's grab another cockroach. Because cockroach with the sigil's pretty strong. Alright, here we are at the end. How do you want to consolidate? We could... I guess sacrifice Cuckoo to something. Mantis actually is not a bad idea. Kingfisher to Wolf is not bad either, or Mantis God. Let's do Kingfisher to Mantis God, I think is the play. So, Kingfisher to something that is an OTK. Good man is taking care of the kids and bought a house. Hey, that's wicked exciting. Well, congratulations. That is very, very exciting. So we'll give Kingfisher to an OTK. Let's do Mantis God. Mantis God's now OTK of Evasion. And final fight on Challenge 6. Are we at now? This is Challenge 6. Alright, let's see what our opening hand is. If we can just get back-to-back OTKs, then we'll be fine. There's Moleman. Wild Bull will do what we need, and Cockroach will be perfect. We win this, then. So Wild Bull can go here. Yes. We can then do Cockroach, which gets us a Worker Ant. Cockroach goes back to hand. We get another Worker Ant. Sacrifice Worker Ant for Worker Ant. Another bone. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Until we have 4 for Cockroach. Get Worker Ant. We're going to repeat the process. Sacrifice Worker Ant for Worker Ant. Get another bone. Worker Ant for Worker Ant. Get another bone. And that is 4. Cockroach for Worker Ant. Sacrifice Cockroach for Worker Ant. And here we go. OTK, and then some. One light goes out. You here come some stumps. Not gonna necessarily matter. Let's grab a card. Wolf Cub, Full Tooth. Clear board, and Wild Bill will go through for the 5. And here comes the moon. Oof. I was not expecting to win this one. We had so many moments where I was expecting to lose. Cuckoo, doesn't matter. Let's just attack him. That is fine. Cockroach, that's fine. They take out everything, but that means absolutely nothing to us, as we are now going to be able to bring out Cockroach for Worker Ants. This is so dumb. Worker Ants for Worker Ants. Worker Ant for Worker Ants. Bring out a Cockroach. Worker Ant for Worker Ants. And let's just make our board of Worker Ants. We don't need to, we just need to deal the moon 2 damage, but might as well, you know, finish it out in style. Okay. This totem with Cockroach is kind of busted. Just a little bit. Because once you get one, then you're pretty much done. And we're good. Maybe late to comment, but I saw your message while lurking. That's awesome, and congrats. And that's wicked awesome, Vet. I imagine, definitely very excited. Alright, and that's the end of challenge number 6. Misplays only 5 this time. We've been averaging like 8, I want to say. Victory. Data in beta state for any quality concerns. Okay, so this is a placeholder message for Casey's mod, is what I found. We now gained the Wolverine. When Wolverine attacks an opposing creature and it perishes, this card gains 1 power. Ooh, interesting. Challenge unlocked. Single candle. You're limited to 1 life. Actually, I don't mind that for the most part. Usually we're fine. Keywords. Alright, new run. And honestly, Oh. There are checks, which would suggest that it wants us to win with each deck. Oh. Interesting. That's very interesting. Going pretty well, going pretty well. Right now we're on challenge number 7 of what I think is 10. I don't know. It's had a very close call last round, where the game actually gave us a win when we were about to lose. So that was interesting. So interesting. It wants us to win with each deck. I wonder why. Alright, let's go with Ant then. It's very interesting. This has been very interesting. So we're number 7. We can see we only have 3 other challenges to unlock. We need to do 70 challenge points. So let's do 1 life. Let's do tip scales. Let's do all totems. And let's do pricier pelts, because we never go for Trapper. Alright, see what we can do. We start with Ant, Queen, Flying, Ant, and Skunk. I don't understand why we start with Skunk. I wish we start with, like, an Ant Worker. That'd be nice. Alright, let's go to the trader. And see what we can get. Field Mouse. Match is loading up, back to Swift and Lurkin. Sounds good, Giraffe, have fun. So we could go for another Flying Ant. Field Mouse, though, since we do actually have rares, we could go for Gek combo, and Grizzly would just be for OTK material. Let's go to Fire for Grizzly. That also, if we go to Pack, we get Pack Rat. That's Big Matt, and honestly, I'm gonna try and get rid of Skunk. That's what we're going to try and do. We did not get rid of Skunk. Unfortunate. First battle. All beasts have Hefty, I think it's called. Yeah, Flying Ant is just that, a 1/1 flyer. It's not great. Direwolf Pup will push... So Direwolf Pup will probably push over here in front of Stump. So we should probably do this. Let's go Squirrel, Squirrel, Field Mouse. Hit for 2. Direwolf Pup moves. And that way we can get rid of Direwolf Pup. Ant Queen, sure. Just draw a card. And let's put down Flying Ant. So we now have a 1/1. Let's pick up another card for the Grizzly. So steal another 3. And might as well then deal 4, I suppose. Just for some excess damage that, like I said, more or less we never use. Alright, let's take a look. Fire, we could go for OTK Grizzly. This to pick up another card, we don't really want one. Trapper for Pelt, which would be another card. We'll go Trapper. Worst comes worst, we can always consolidate Sigil onto Pelt and then trade. And we're just gonna go for 1 Pelt. Alright, is it power? It is power. We need to go 2 on Grizzly. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Yeah, we got the bones. We're gonna have to use the bones. All beasts have flying blocking. Which is not a bad thing here, funny enough. That's 4 damage on turn 1, however, so we're gonna have to take a tooth. Can we do anything about this, though? We might not be able to, in retrospect. If I'm looking at this right, we might be in trouble. Because that's 4. Oh, we're in big trouble. Because we can squirrel... Oh. Yeah, we just die. I guess... if I would have put something down turn 1, like Flying Ant, it would Squirrel Flying Ant out. Dealt 1 would be at 2. We could then Squirrel Field Mouse, get rid of 1, but still 3 damage. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here, is there? In the grand scheme of things. Because at most we do Squirrel, Flying Ant, Squirrel. We still take the 1. Yep, nope. Move on. Nothing we can do. That's a big oof. That is a big oof right there. Challenge 7 might be a lot more difficult than I thought. Only 3 misplays, but that meant a lot. Single candle might be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't know what more difficult, and stronger opposing creatures in all battles. I don't need to do that. I guess we could go, like, Boss Totem instead. But still mean we need to, like, go for Chest. No more rares. I guess we could do that. I just feel like most times we don't need to worry about that as the thing. So let's do this again. And I guess it comes down to RNG. Alright, Trader. Let's see what we get. Great White. So... Possum. Why do I have the possum? Was the possum in the deck last time? Wait, what the hell's going on? Let's grab Mantis. And run. That was very strange. I guess I must have clicked and it must have just given me one? Very odd. Let's try that again. Yeah, nope. What? Oh. Oh. Possum ringworm. So it looks like it gives you... It takes away options if you lose too early. I guess we lost before the first boss. Very interesting. I did not know that. Huh. Okay. Well then, let's grab a card then. Bullfrog, Beaver, River Otter, Cycle. Mealworm, Adder. We already have Ringworm, but we could do this. Let's do Adder. Let's go to Sigil Transfer. Keep our deck thin. Let us do... Adder to Ringworm. Let's go to our first fight. All insects have Burrower. So let's drop a squirrel for flying ant. Let's drop a squirrel for skunk. And a possum here. We actually should have swapped flying ant and a possum, but oh well. Just draw a card for Ant Queen. Let's iris a possum skunk for Ant Queen. And then attack. Worker Ant takes care of that. We can then place down Worker Ant. And then we have Ringworm. Okay. Let us go for a totem and a card of our choice. Cockroach, Bell Ringer, Worker Ant. Worker Ant's not bad in this case. Let's go for flying for now. And another totem battle. Alright, so we have Bullfrog Guardian. Well, let's put down Squirrel Worker Ant to start off with. Of course, the alpha's coming down there of all places for some reason. Ant Queen. So I guess we can do this. Ringworm. We can bring out a possum. Then Ant Queen in front of Bullfrog and just hit the Bullfrog once. Let's pick up a squirrel. let us... Guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Bring down Worker Ant. Both Alpha and Bullfrog will die next turn. There's another Worker Ant. But we're already done. Cool. Now comes the question. I guess let's consolidate. Try and keep our deck thin. Let's go for 3 Moose Buck. That's hot garbage. And what we'll do here is Moose Buck onto Skunk. Yeah, I guess. Another totem fight. All insects have Hefty. So we can go... It's gonna push that way. Squirrel, Worker Ant. He'll deal 1. Go in front. Let's go with... Skunk. And a possum. I'll move everything over, I suppose. Not great, but whatever. Pick you up. Flying Ant. Let's sacrifice... a possum for Flying Ant. Take another card, Ringworm. Pretty useless. Cool. Finally, Ant Queen, which doesn't mean much here. Alright. So far, so good. We can consolidate once again. Try and strike gold. We grab a card, a random. And then we could try and consolidate. Do we have any sigils to consolidate with? I guess Ant Queen onto, like, Ant Worker. Might not be a half bad idea, theoretically. Otherwise we go fire and try and get rid of Ringworm. Let's try and do that. Try and strike gold. This could be dicey, though. Okay, we got the golden pelt. So let's now try and sacrifice... Of course, it's the power one. Ringworm in. Alright, they ate the ringworm, so all fires are now free. We can do them twice each. We also get some bones. We also get another totem. All beasts have flying. We literally don't have a single beast. Go with Burrower. Nothing really worth our while. Time for the Angler now. Let's grab some bones off a start. Our deck is not that great in the grand scheme of things. So we can go right away with a possum, squirrel, into Ant Queen. That's one. So I'm gonna try and take the Ant Queens. We're gonna put a squirrel there. Yep, that's fine. They'll deal 2. They take the squirrel now. Let's then bring down, not the worker ant, the flying ant here. Deal 4. It's then going to target whatever's next, but it won't matter as we'll deal 4. So I'll just pick up a squirrel, then deal the 4 for the first win. We're now going to get Chum on the field. So we're going to put down the worker ant. Here comes the great white. But that's okay, because we've won. Moot point when we can deal 6 damage. Alright, rare card time. Ouroboros. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go for it. Move on to next. So let's take a look-see. We have a fire, which is free. Yeah, let's go up this way. Kingfisher, Wild Bull. Kingfisher, I suppose. Let's go to the fire. And it is health. That's not ideal. I guess we can give it to, like, the flying ant. The Ouroboros should be upgraded on its own over time. So it's an X5. First totem battle. Since we do have a pack coming up, let's use our pliers. Alright. We can drop Skunk, which will block the elk. At least for a hot moment. Except for the fact that it has Hefty, because, you know, this game likes to be a frickin' dick. We also can't get around the mole right away. Oh no. Do we lose? We might lose now. Okay, here's what we're going to have to do. Squirrel drops Ouroboros. Drop a possum. Elk comes down. Drop squirrel. Yep. Okay. Squirrel deals 1. Yeah, we lose. That's an unfortunate event. Yeah, it did make it pretty far. I mean, only one boss in the grand scheme of things. Alright, well, this is becoming more difficult than I had thought. Maybe the single candle is not worth attempting right now. Which means we could go, was it this? Yeah, I guess we could do that. We get 2 rabbit pelts now. So it looks like as long as we beat 1 boss, interestingly enough, we get a trader at start. Good to know. Great White's pretty good. Field Mouse would be good, but we have no way to get a Gek. So Direwolf Great White for OTK potential. And Sigil transfers up here. We do not want to go for Pack Rat, so We're gonna go for a totem. Something as stinky. Sure. Go for a totem battle. All beasts have flying. We have skunk. And we can, at the very least, block the alpha. That's 3 damage we're taking there. And queen. We just lose. Because if we sacrifice for the coyote, now the alpha can attack. Well, good news is, I was about to say, good news is that we do have the extra life working for us. Mealworm adder. Let's grab the adder. We can feed that to the fire. Sigil transfer. So we're going to transfer Direwolf to Great White. So now Great White is an OTK. We have Totem Battle. The only problem is getting Great White out before we frickin' die. Coyote Alpha again. Oh my word. Okay. Squirrel Flying Ant, deal 1 damage. We take 4. Oh, and we can't even... We lose. We just lose. There's no way, there's no 2 ways about it. Because we can't kill them, we just lose. Tragic. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Alright. Well, let's try again with this deck. And move forward. Jeez. Yeah, so if you lose once without beating a boss, you get 1 less pelt. Very interesting. One hair pelt. So we could go for... Actually, you know what? Bell ringer. The closer it is to the bell. This is a 2/4/3. We can buff it once and make it a 5/3, I think. Or I guess twice for a 6/3. See what we can do. It is defense. Well, let's give it to the skunk. In fact, just run it out twice, see if it dies. It will. That's fine. Yeah, what's up, Colt? How you doing today, my friend? Alright, all insects have burrower. Let's pick up the squirrel and just go for bell ringer. 4/3 at start, get rid of the stump. And let's go Squirrel Flying Ant. That will be that. And 5 damage. That's fine. Let's hit again. We're gonna go for some overkill damage, I suppose. So we go squirrel, sacrifice, ant queen, squirrel. So let's just pick up this for the opossum. So ant queen, and then worker ant. So that will be 8 damage there. Like, it's gonna be very really good to the Trapper, but maybe if we really want to. Pack there. Let's go with just finding something. Adder. Flying out, we can consolidate. It's not great, but it's an option. Adder, however, we can throw to the fire. So that would be free fires. Otherwise, we can also just try and sacrifice the possum. Let's go flying it and consolidate. Alright. A totem. Sure, we'll grab shove. Or hefty, whatever it's called. All birds have flying defense. Okay. We can go... All birds have flying defense. Let's go flying ant over stump to start off with. That's 3. Let's grab a squirrel and do flying ant here, a possum here. That's fine. River otter will never come down. We can we sacrifice 3 for 4 damage. I mean, it ends the run, so might as well. So let's do that. Move on to next. All right, do we have a sigil that we want to put on anything? I guess we could put... There actually isn't much. Let's find out what we grab first. We could try and grab something with a sigil. Okay. Okay. We could apply morsel to something. It's not a bad idea. Combining these is pretty much useless except for its health. So let's go mealworm. We'll consolidate. Sacrificing mealworm to a possum. Why not? So now when I sacrifice a possum something, it gains its stats. I'm not sure if they're permanent or only for that run. We can go to fire. And I guess we could also try and get rid of a possum, potentially. Yeah, let's go up to fire. We have actually double fires. At the very least, buff possum. I guess, yeah, buffing the possum's not a bad idea. So if we go skink pushes to the right. So we ideally want to go flying ant here. Bullfrog. Unfortunate. Let's draw for squirrel. We're going to drop ant queen, which can tank bullfrog or skink. We can drop a possum for worker ant and attack. There we go. Get rid of skink. We get a hit from bullfrog. That's fine. Bell ringer for 4. Don't need to worry about that right now. Adder. Also win no matter what. If we sacrifice 1, that's fine. So that's 6 damage for overkill. Okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Let's go grab a card and then go to double fire. Maybe you want to keep a possum. Rat King, Bullfrog, Mud Turtle. Let's go with Bullfrog. And I guess we could try and feed it to the fire. Alright, this is health. So let's feed Bullfrog to the fire. Alright, Bullfrog survived. Not ideal. Second fire, health or power? Health again. Feed Bullfrog to the fire. There we go. Bullfrog's gone. Keep our deck thin. Get some bones for it, which actually can help us out with the possum. Can enable some interesting things. This is Angler, though. Alright. We set up with bait buckets or no? Doesn't look like it. That's very good. So let us go with Flying Ant to start off with. And then pass. That's 1 damage for 1 damage. It wants to steal a card. So we're going to put Squirrel in front of Kingfisher. We'll take the 2. This is fine. Let's grab the Squirrel. And then drop Smoke and Ant Queen. This is now 4 damage. We're going to try and leave that second column open if at all possible. This is 4 damage, so we're going to win. So let's just pass it. Bait buckets will come down now. First phase over. We can then grab a Squirrel. Drop Squirrel, Squirrel. Bell Ringer on left, and now we deal 4 damage. Plus the 2 for the win. Cool. I just still don't know if I can upgrade Bell Ringer's stats is the funny part. I'm pretty sure we can, but I don't actually know with certainty. Mold, Mud Turtle, Flying Ant. Grab Flying Ant. Alright. Card of our choosing. We're gonna do that. Boon of the Bone Lord is coming up. Rat King, Wild Bull, Elk. When a card bearing this sigil dies, 4 bones reward instead of 1. Let's go Wild Bull. And then get some items. Black Goat. Let's go to the Boon Challenge. All elk have dive. Let's go with Wild Bull for 3. Okay. So this is Wicked F because I can't kill the elk fawn. I can tank 1 damage from them. Black Goat. Wild Bull. A possum. Flying Ant. Okay. We should be fine. Dive, dive. And we are okay, because we'll win here. Okay, was looking at that board today going, ooh, looking a bit messy. Let us go pick our own card and then to the fire. Grizzly, much like the Wild Bull, is a decent option. Let's go with Yeah, let's go with Grizzly. Let's take a look at the mapping. Man, no sigil transfers, which would be ideal. Let's go to fire, and we can either try and burn something out or actually try and upgrade it. Let's upgrade then. Oh, looks like we actually cannot upgrade things like the bell ringer. Interesting. That's unfortunate, but interesting. Yes, tomorrow we're still doing Swift. Today I'm playing Inscryption because I feel like death right now after my COVID and flu shot. So I decided we're going to play something a little bit more relaxed than Dead by Daylight. But tomorrow we'll still do so. Christmas Eve Swift, indeed, indeed. We go for the double tap on the Grizzly. At the same time, we could go for the possum with the morsel. UD is farthest thing from relaxing, so let's go to New York plane. I appreciate it, Slashy and Crocodile. Let's double tap the Grizzly. Okay, so they eat the Grizzly. Unfortunate. Get some free bones. And let's try and avoid getting another card. So we'll probably go for the challenge, then go from there. So free bones. Porcupine, Wild Bull with Guardian, as well as Rampage. Flying Ant. We'll tie to Porcupine, Wild Bull. Oof. All of this is not great. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Flying Ant, just no for this. Actually, no, I didn't even need to do that in the grand scheme of things. Wait, we just lose, don't we? You know what, that's fine. I don't think I could have actually have done anything in the grand scheme of things. So that's fine. We used our one extra life. Alright, let's fail the challenge. Sigils, health, power. Oh, that's unfortunate. 3 sigils, 6 health, 4 power. 4 power is probably the best option. 0, 3, 0. Perfect. So let's go to the totem. Let's see. All insects have that, which is not great. So I'm just going to pick up Hefty, or Rampager. Let's go to another totem fight. All birds have loose tail. Oh, well, that's bad. Turkey. Oh, no. Okay, I think we're fine. Barely. Oh, no, we're not fine. Oh, shoot. We lose. Because, actually, maybe not. Maybe not completely, not yet. Do we? Loose tail. How can this work? A card-branded sigil moves to the right. That'd push Mole. Bell Ringer would only have 2 damage. Oh, well, we're effed. Because we go Squirrel, Squirrel. If we put Bell Ringer here... This is our only hope that Turkey Vulture's not able to create loose, or use Loose Tail. If we put it here, Mole blocks... we can put down a possum. Yeah, because we put down here, Mole blocks. We can put down a possum, which will deal 1. But we just took 3 from 4 down to 1. So it'll put us up to 2, Turkey Vulture kills us. So we just have to hope this works. And it doesn't, because Mole moves and then Turkey Vulture kills us. Physically, nothing we could do. Physically, nothing we could do. My word. We were on a roll. We were just steamrolling runs one after another after another after another. And then, like, once we got to challenge 7, it went downhill fast. To be fair, it might be the deck that we're running might not be as good. I feel like the ants are a little bit weak versus either vanilla deck or, you know, God Mantis, to be fair. But as I mentioned, I'm not feeling all too great. And I think at that point, I think I do want to end stream here. Like I said in Discord, I was debating whether or not I was going to stream at all. Decided I was going to. It was either going to be Inscryption or Final Fantasy. Decided for Inscryption so I didn't have to talk as much. Or at least not read as much. But on that note, guys, as always, if you did enjoy the show, please make sure to hit that follow button. If you haven't already, though, check out our Extra Life campaign where we're trying to help your kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST for some Dead by Daylight and Survive with Friends Friday. Bye-bye!